up, Cambodia Tzu Chi volunteers distribute relief items to prepare care recipients for the upcoming Cambodian New Year. Taiwan's Council of Agriculture gives 7,300 tons of rice to Tzu Chi for foreign aid distributions. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Helen Liao. Thank you for joining us. The Cambodian New Year is one of the major celebrations in the country and is celebrated in mid-April. With New Year's just around the corner, Tzu Chi volunteers prepare gifts and organize an aid distribution in Phnom Penh on April 10 for local residents and care recipients as a way to wish them a happy New Year.
To celebrate the New Year in Cambodia, Tzu Chi volunteers in Phnom Penh held an aid distribution and vegetarian campaign in Choi Chang Ra district. Close to 300 residents and care recipients showed up to enjoy the festive atmosphere. A traditional Cambodian dance adds a touch of the New Year's flavor to the event. Free haircuts and health checkups are available on site, while volunteers also prepared 300 meatless lunchboxes to promote vegetarianism.
Tzu Chi has helped Choi Chang Ra a lot in the past. They held a relief distribution for flood victims and assisted with the construction of homes. As the local government representative, I want to thank Tzu Chi for all their assistance on behalf of the villagers.
New Year's is for many the most anticipated time of the year, but for impoverished families, getting by each day is never easy. Hence, apart from handing out rice and subsidies, Tzu Chi volunteers also prepared New Year's gifts for everyone.
The first is definitely dharma joy, and the second is to accumulate blessings for our next life.
If we combine our efforts, we will be able to help more people in need. This is the essence of the Bamboo Coin Bank.
Tzu Chi volunteers take time to introduce the spirit of the Bamboo Coin Bank, as they hope, despite its poverty, Cambodia can be a country rich with love.
In the landlocked country of Paraguay, summer temperatures can get as high as 40 degrees Celsius. However, the heat does not stop local Tzu Chi volunteers from carrying out their duties by visiting two impoverished districts near the capital of Asunción to hold a free clinic and aid distribution.
Not wanting to miss Tzu Chi's free clinic, even though it's 42 degrees Celsius outside, residents one by one arrive at the school where the clinic is going to be held. Near Asunción, the capital of Paraguay, Santa Cruz lacks medical facilities or even a large enough venue to hold Tzu Chi's free clinic. Nonetheless, Tzu Chi volunteers make best use of every nook and cranny of the school's grounds. This time, medical services include dental, internal medicine, pediatrics, and Chinese acupuncture. Each doctor give it their all, with some even forgoing their lunch break so they can see more patients. The love of Tzu Chi volunteers extend from medical care to caring for the needy. A traditional Taiwanese indigenous song finds its way into the hearts of these recipients. Hand-in-hand, volunteers and recipients surround the relief supplies while putting on a harvest festival dance, symbolizing a cycle of love and care that can never be extinguished. Sharing the heartfelt gesture, volunteers and recipients find that they are truly one family.
In Malaysia's Kedai, we meet Tzu Chi care recipient Asma, who continues to fulfill her late husband's final wish by donating Tzu Chi's bamboo coin banks each day.
As if reunited with family, Asma gives the volunteer a tight hug. Although she lost her husband 6 months ago, 71-year-old Asma still keeps her home clean and tidy. More importantly, she continues to fulfill her husband's final wish by donating to a coin bank every day. Then, 63 years old, an accidental fall from a tree left Asma's husband, Yahaya, paralyzed from the waist down, and her having to tend to his daily needs from then on. 7 years ago, while conducting a flood relief distribution, Tzu Chi volunteers' affinity with Asma and Yahaya was formed. It was then that life started to turn around for the senior couple. This Tzu Chi song, We Are One Family, is one of Yahaya's favorites. Not only did he write down the Chinese lyrics, when he learned about Tzu Chi's bamboo coin bank, he immediately responded to the cause.
Life is difficult for us, but there are families who are worse off than us. I'm able to speak, my eyes can see, and my ears can hear. Some people don't have any of that.
Seeing her late husband's pictures once again, Asma's eyes fill with tears. Although sad, she's not lonely knowing the volunteers are by her side.
I will take this bamboo coin bank with me. The money inside will be able to help struggling people. This is a new coin bank for you to keep, and we will come and collect it in 2 to 3 months' time.
Asma promises to fulfill her husband's final wish and continue to pour her love into the coin bank to help those in need.
This year, Taiwan's Council of Agriculture has decided to allocate 7,300 tons of rice to Tzu Chi for foreign aid distributions, which more than doubled last year's quota of 3,500 tons. Already 600 tons are on their way to help the poor on the continent of Africa. Here's more.
Bags of rice labeled "Love from Taiwan" come into view as this container in Xizhi opens. Of the rice Tzu Chi received from Taiwan's Council of Agriculture for foreign relief, 600 tons are first being shipped to South Africa, Swaziland, and Zimbabwe on the 10th.
We have 7,300 tons of rice going to 9 different countries, which are South Africa, Zimbabwe, Lesotho, Swaziland, and Mozambique in Southern Africa, and the Philippines and Indonesia in Asia.
This year, the Council has raised Tzu Chi Foundation's rice quota from last year's 3,500 tons to 7,300 tons. As a part of their quality control, agents from the Council's Agriculture and Food Agency are first dispatched to make sure the rice meets the national standards before it is shipped out.
We have to make sure there are no rice hulls or unpolished rice in here, and that it meets the CNS standard for third-grade rice.
When the rice arrives in the next month, it will help feed those without enough to eat and complete its humanitarian mission. It was back in 2003 that Taiwan's rice was first shipped to the southern tip of Africa by Tzu Chi.
Thank you to Taiwan. Thank you.
Because the truck was overloaded with rice, the police pulled us over. After realizing what was going on, the police actually escorted the truck here so it wouldn't be pulled over again.
See, we don't know where is Taiwan. So today we are very, very, very happy.
Through the hands of volunteers, this rice of love is given to the poor in Africa. As the staple food here is corn flour, Tzu Chi always makes sure the recipients first sample the rice and understand how to prepare it. As the flag of the Republic of China flies high, many residents also learn this important word. In Zimbabwe, Zhu Jincai is the nation's only certified Tzu Chi volunteer. However, he inspired some 600 local volunteers to join him. Each rice distribution is like a carnival here. In Mozambique, residents form a human chain 80 meters long to help transport these 500 bags of rice to the distribution site. Although everything is very basic here, the distribution is still carried out solemnly. Continuous drought has left Swaziland in dire need of international aid. The rice from Taiwan has temporarily eased the worries of many hungry families.
Grandmother, follow me.
In Lesotho, residents happily welcomed the rice from Taiwan. One truck driver decided to pitch in to help, while residents returned the kindness by offering volunteers hand-weaved hats. This year, residents in Machache even donated 1 ton of corn and sorghum to continue the cycle of love. Though the land may be dry here, people's hearts are full of love.
Taiwan is located in between the Eurasian plate and the Philippine Sea plate, and with each rumble, Taiwan's mountainous terrain continues to shift and change. After the 9/1 earthquake in 1999, many areas became prone to landslides whenever heavy rain hit. Next, let's find out what can be done to lessen the impact of these landslides.
A human's life trumps everything. After the disaster, we value our land more and are beginning to understand the geography of it. This land is a gift from the heavens.
Respecting the land on which they live, in Yunlin, Gukeng village is home to Taiwan's coffee plantations. However, it was an earthquake that made the area famous.
In the past, this area never experienced a mudslide. After 9/1, every monsoon or typhoon season, we are on alert for danger.
When an earthquake happened, it loosened the mountain's foundation, so when it rains, muddy debris is more likely to come down, and we don't have a way to stop it.
Now over 10 times its original width, the creek is slowly moving closer to residential homes. In an instant, a landslide of over 60,000 cubic meters swallowed up over 10 houses. How can the government help against the overpowering force of nature?
We saw how disasters happen in the same area, so the only thing we can do is to use construction to block the rocks from falling.
Environmental engineering has helped block landslides from reaching the village.
When Typhoon Moraka landed, the large rocks fell onto the Calm Dam. Although rocks destroyed the dam, it blocked the rocks from causing further damage. Where we are standing now was filled with mud and debris when Typhoon Moraka hit this area.
Using similar environmental engineering methods, those who live near Xiping Creek in Taipei were once listed as being in high danger of future debris flow torrents.
As this is a forest area, before the improvements, when it rains heavily, the muddy debris will rush down to the residential area below. So of course residents were a bit scared.
We can create sediment basins at the flat areas, so when debris rushes down the mountain, the basins can catch it. Some cities' drainage systems use the box culvert method, which is harder to clean when clogged.
By redirecting the debris flow and removing loose soil and excess rocks, the danger of the creek's debris flow torrent has been downgraded. Is it clear how a landslide occurs? This model simulates the situation.
There needs to be an abundant amount of debris and water. It might be from a double collapse or a large one from above. Another element that aids to it is the steepness level of the slope, which there's plenty of in Taiwan.
It seems these unpredictable landslides are all caused by the steepness of the island's terrain and changes in acceleration. Rocks have a certain amount of settlement against the steepness of a hill. However, if the foundation on which the rock sits on is disturbed by an earthquake or rain, then the settlement level of the rock will lessen, which will cause the rocks to tumble downward. Alerting citizens of their careless ways, the cries of Mother Earth often result in the loss of life. With natural disasters happening worldwide, to avoid further devastation, actions must be taken by everyone to better protect our planet.
In Taoyuan, Taiwan, we meet 63-year-old Tzu Chi volunteer Chen Shuhua, who despite suffering from short-room syndrome, still insists to watch the Wisdom at Dawn broadcast each morning at the Tzu Chi Zhongli grounds. Meanwhile, in Singapore, team of Dr. Zhou Xiaoping has been translating and spreading Master Cheng Yin's words of wisdom on a daily basis to non-Chinese-speaking volunteers via text messages.
It is very interesting when you read the message and the emotion icons. It is truly amazing how the dharma and the emotion icons go so well together.
His spirit is truly admirable. Every day he will send us the translated version of Master Cheng Yin's dharma.
On a daily basis, a group of volunteers and team members in Singapore will receive a text message full of Master Cheng Yin's teachings.
Sometimes it is very hard to understand the Dharma. Master Cheng Yin puts in a lot of effort to help us understand it. I hope everyone can take the Dharma to heart and incorporate Buddhism into their daily lives.
This is Tima Dr. Zhou Xiaoping, who has been translating Master Zheng Yin's teachings on a daily basis to help English-speaking volunteers better embrace the Dharma.
I will translate the teachings when I'm waiting for the bus or during my spare time.
To make sure his translations are correct, Zhou always makes it a point to check his sources.
I need to make sure that I translated the Master's Dharma correctly. I will search online for places or Buddhist terminology.
Through translating Master Zheng Yin's teachings, Zhou has not only learned to take the words of wisdom to heart, but has also rediscovered his passion for medicine.
你之前你来看病，你有功高我慢的这种心态嘛？
Before I was arrogant. Through the morning Dharma study, I have learned to be more humble. Now I will treat my patients with attentiveness and try to be more understanding.
In spite of his busy work schedule, Zhou is determined to share Master Zheng Yin's teaching with even more people. Early in the morning, despite the rain, Taoyuan Tzu Chi volunteer Chen Shuhua is ready to begin her day. After picking up her fellow volunteers, she drives to the Tzu Chi Zhongli grounds. Chen says attending the morning Dharma study group has become a part of her daily routine. However, she once thought of quitting.
我看到上人老人家哈，就是身体很不适。
Master Zheng Yin is very old and her health isn't that great either. However, she insists on passing the Dharma to us regardless of her physical condition. Seeing the dedication and hard work the Master has put in has inspired me to repent.
我这又算什么？
你为什么一直在补充水啊？
因为干燥症，唾液不深，所以说嘴巴都是干的。
Although a short-term syndrome suffers, Chen Shuhua nevertheless still insists on attending the morning Dharma study group on a daily basis. Her courage and willpower have inspired others to join her.
I'm very happy because I have absorbed a lot of positive energy from Master Zheng Yin.
Every day, Chen also brings home the words of wisdom that she has received. Chen's 85-year-old husband has been bedridden for years due to diabetes and dialysis. Every day after the morning Dharma study group, Chen has to rush home to take care of her ailing husband before heading out to volunteer at the Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital. Although sometimes tired, Chen Shuhua says the Master's teachings gives her strength to continue.
My husband is sick, so I don't have a lot of opportunity to visit Hualien. I am very thankful to have this chance to absorb the Master's Dharma via video conference.
Since its establishment in October 2011, the Tzu Chi Performers Association in Taiwan continues to carry out volunteer services for the needy, as well as host regular study group sessions for its members. Other than their regular visits to the Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital, volunteers at the association recently visited the Haoran Senior Citizens Home in Guandu, Taipei, to tend to the residents there.
Today, volunteers of the Tzu Chi Performers Association are visiting the Haoran Senior Citizens Home in Guandu, Taipei, bringing joy and laughter in their wake. Volunteer Lin Jiali, who despite losing her mother in late March, is among the volunteers' ranks.
晚上到家。
That evening, after I came home and had my dinner, the hospital called and informed me of my mom's passing. I think she had found peace after she accompanied me in doing volunteer work at the hospital and the training class, so she was ready to go.
For Lin, the best way to reciprocate her mother's love is through doing good deeds. So she joins her fellow volunteers in caring for senior residents once a month and also invites her friends to take part.
I already promised Sister Jiali to come today. Her dedication has inspired me to join her. Although I'm late for this event, I hope I can still do something to help later.
我心里也有点惭愧了。
I am a bit ashamed of myself, as before I always had excuses for my absence at such events. Sometimes I was too lazy to take part, but now I am committed to be a volunteer to serve the public.
Master Zheng Yin's teaching is right. She says once you can feel this world with your own heart, you can actually find something different.
Bathing in the joyous atmosphere, volunteers seized the chance to celebrate Li Shen's birthday. Putting on their volunteers' uniforms, these performers have found their love and care most appreciated by these seniors.
Everyone in this world has his or her personal mission.
Following their visit to their nursing home, the volunteers come together for a study group, at which they share their life stories and insights.
When you do good deeds, it's not important what you gain through the process. What's important is your actions can motivate more people to follow suit, making this world a better place.
Doing good deeds is being a living bodhisattva. So to become a true bodhisattva, you need to do good deeds every day.
Through the visitations and study groups, these volunteers have found themselves bathed in love and joy.
After becoming Master Zheng Yin's disciple, Australia's Ipswich Mayor Paul Pasali vowed to bring Tzu Chi's humanitarian spirit and practices back to his community. To gain a better understanding of Tzu Chi volunteers' work, this time the mayor joined volunteers in conducting home visitations in Hualien, Taiwan, to offer care recipients much-needed emotional support.
Following in Tzu Chi volunteers' footsteps, Ipswich Mayor Paul Pasali is here in Hualien to visit care recipient Mr. Lin.
How are you, champ? Here. A kangaroo for you? Yoni, how are you?
Extending his blessings in Chinese, the mayor seizes the opportunity during his stay in Taiwan to learn how to conduct home visitations.
It made me feel that I want to go out and share my love and compassion with people all over the world, and today was just an emotional day for me, and the Master should be very proud that her teachings are being filtered right through the whole world, and I'm so happy to be the agent in Australia with all my friends on the Gold Coast who are part of my city.
At care recipient Miss Lin's home, she shares her life story with the mayor and the volunteers. Learning that she consented to donate the organs of her child, Mr. Pasade is deeply moved by her selfless love.
Buddha teachings and the Master this morning said to me that every day is her birthday because she lives another day. You better look after yourself because I'll be back in 12 months and I want to see you.
Learning humbly from Tzu Chi volunteers, Mayor Pasali vows to take home with Tzu Chi's humanistic practices and spread seeds of kindness back in Australia.
We go to Taiwan's new Taipei City at the end of the show. Over the past 9 years on a monthly basis, Tzu Chi volunteers have been providing love and emotional support to those living at a senior apartment building in Ugu district. Thanks to volunteers' years of dedication, many seniors have regained their smiles. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.